Alright, and we should be live. Let's just get the last remaining stuff ready. There we go. Hey here everyone, welcome. Alright, so yesterday we got started on the block collection for the World Eater. If I remember correctly, we're at the observer production right now. Oh, you didn't beat the bot on my end. Sometimes the bot is a little bit slow. Welcome Kiwi and Soso. And not quite first, I would say, Soso, but I mean, solid attempt. We have to pull this up real quick. We're gonna ignore those two. And I want to see just how many more I need. Oh wait, hold on. I can just pick those chests up. Okay, I need 10 more stacks of observers. That's ridiculous. Oh well. That means we're gonna need a wee bit more, a lot more, cobblestone, it would seem. How much of this can I fit in here? Pretty decent amount. That's nice. Well, I feel a little bit better than I did yesterday, but I'm sort of exhausted. For what feels like no reason, you know. But we're kind of good. We're kind of good. All right, so 600 observers. That is 6 times 8, or well, it's actually closer to 700. Yeah, I kind of love the observer block too, like the way it looks. I think they did well on it, in all honesty. Indeed. So we need pretty much all of the shulkers full. Oh, that's pretty much just one shulker full right there. That's pretty neat. We can certainly work with that. We'll just grab this. We'll check whether there's a bit in here. There is. Nice. I don't know. I see 3 people on my side. But what is weird, it says I have 3 current viewers, a chat rate of 4, and 2 impressions, or 2 views. So we're gonna need a bunch more of this stuff here. It's sort of an interesting system, this, isn't it? That's a good question. Do you even exist? And if so, how do you want to prove it? How do we know it's just not me watching the stream? And all of you all is just bots? Well, so that sort of happens every now and then. It's what sisters are supposed to do. Annoy their big brothers, or brothers, really. Well, as a philosopher, I cannot find the answer to that question either, so... I wonder, do we have some cobblestone lying in the chests over here? Because if so, we might as well just steal it with us. There's no reason for it to be here. Oh my, this is really a messy area. But we did find a little bit more cobblestone, which is pretty neat. Grab those. Do we have any there? A little bit. Any here? None? Okay. We should have almost 9 stacks here. Whoop. And whoop. It does indeed work. I mean, it's not the fastest cobblestone duper out there, but it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. Duper farm, cobblestone farm. Because it doesn't actually dupe it, it does produce it. It's good enough for now, at least. I might build another one at some point. Like there's that easy one with the like pillars of waterlogged leaves. I actually quite like that one, and I think it's a wee bit faster than this one. And it's cheaper, but it doesn't produce basalt, which this one can. I can't remember. Do we need basalt in this one? Yeah, we do. 18,000. Ugh, that's gonna be a rough amount of stuff to gather. We might have to build a... I might, like, scratch this and then, like, make a dedicated cobblestone farm and a dedicated basalt farm. Hey, Soso. New picture. What is that even? Give me a second. A carrot, a rainbow, and something I can't see. Huh. Well, good for you, I suppose. Good for you, I suppose. We'll just grab that directly out. And that. Just in case. Perfect. And I just also want to fill... I guess we can turn it off and just grab the remaining stuff here. There you go. Ah, right. 3 minutes and 7 seconds, eh? Hmm. Alright, so let's put these 3 down. Grab out all of the quartz. And a pretty decent amount of redstone too. And now we just produce as many of these as we can on each of these. It's so ridiculous it requires 2 pieces of redstone every time. Like that, it's just a ridiculous amount. I thought we got plenty redstone, but it would now seem that we indeed did not. So we needed about 10, maybe 11 stacks of new observers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we need to use all the quartz. Never mind. I know that for a fact. Okay. Observers, check. Oh wow, we might not have enough redstone for this. I thought for sure we got enough redstone yesterday. I still need to produce a wee few more. So we still have about 2 stacks and a little bit more. And we require... Well, we'll just grab 1 stack and then we'll deal with this afterwards. Deal with the fact that we're so very low on redstone. Then I can just gather the redstone required for it. And finally, check. Let's just get the materials list here to double check that we have all of the stuff that we need. Or all the slime, pistons and observers. Yes, we do. Slime. 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 It's a ridiculous amount of slime, Jesus. Okay, Alright, now we need as many, now we need 988 of these guys. Which again is a pretty ridiculous amount. So we need 8 stacks more of sticky pistons. Oh wait, hold on. Eight more stacks of sticky pistons. How much do we have access to more here? A little bit more than an extra stack. Okay. So that means 7 stacks of sticky pistons. I guess we'll grab a bunch of wood again. There are many different Kiwi minis, really. Who has the most unique username in my community? And that's a good question. Sawcell is pretty unique for sure. I don't know actually, that's a good question. Okay, so let's get some more pistons. 1, 2. 3. 4. Alright, so now we have 4 stacks. I just need 2 more stacks. Oh, pardon? 3 more stacks. There you go. I don't know, is there anyone that tops that in uniqueness? Well, I suppose Pickled Dot is pretty rare too, but... Or at least I can't like think of a time where I've seen another Pickled Dot, but... Oh no, we don't have enough stone. Why is this always stone? That's the bane of my existence. Like we can easily acquire all the rest of the blocks, but... For some reason. Oh well, we have a little bit more here. Hey Clips, welcome man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 2 need to be filled up completely. Wait, hold on. I got a bit more stone left in me. Not a whole bunch, but we had a bit more stone left in us. That's pretty good. Let's just grab that, this. And then these 3, because apparently we're gonna need... Well, I suppose we could look to see if we have a... Nice. Please tell you... Well, I mean... Hey, gaming guy. How did I spotted you faster today than usual, but still kind of slow, didn't I? Sorry about that. Wait, hold on, let's see here. How do you become a member? That's a good question. It should be pretty straightforward, right? On the when you're watching the video, there should be a button called "Become a Member." Hold on. Did I forget the? I forgot to look in the chest. I just wanted to look in. Damn. I am so confused. Yeah, I suppose, Kiwi. That's you have a point there. Do I really not have any cobblestone? The bane of my existence, cobblestone. Oh, really? And we relaunch this thing. At least there's a little bit, almost a shulker full ready here already. Give us a bunch of that. There's a chance that could be enough for it, but for what we need to do remainingly, but let's get the free shulkers full again. How many times have we been here now? Like 9? Or oh, sorry, like 3? No, 4. Have we been here 5 times getting free shulkers full? No, the first time we got here we didn't bring free shulkers. I think I just brought 1. But then I felt like that surely another free shulkers would be enough. Boy, I was wrong. Well, we need to acquire a bunch of materials for the, like we need to acquire a bunch of sticky pistons for the World Eater here. So we're gonna have to like get the amount of cobblestone we need in order to make the pistons, because that's what we're running out of. Not redstone, not iron, not wood, no, but cobblestone. I swear to God, at this point, cobblestone is more valuable than diamonds. It's absolutely ridiculous. We might have to AFK a little bit today too to get some more redstone blocks. I'm not sure. We'll see how many we have left when the World Eater, indeed. But this time it's actually going to work, right? So we have that going for us. I should make a monster at some point and call it the World Eater. I'll do that in the end, sorry. Alright, grab that. Grab this. Grab this in here. Grab that stack. What sort of World Eater should we do? I'm sort of considering, you know, that is there? Where is it? There's a very particular photo I'm looking for. If we're ever going to be making like a World Eater. I want it to be so big that you don't really and it needs to be in the end, and it needs to be so big that you don't really realize it's there until you fly around a bit. Uh, where is it? There's a very particular photo I'm looking for. Hmm. Where is it? Hmm. All right. I mean, it's not exactly what I'm looking for, but I guess it is something like this I want to do. Uh, in the end, at some point. Something like that. You can't see it. Give me a second. We'll just add another display capture. There we go. This thing. I sort of want to add that at some point into the. Alright, that's a better one. I sort of want to add that at some point to like the to the end, and then have the entire end island in like the mouth of it, and you don't really realize it's there until you fly around a bit. That would be kind of cool, I think. I think that would be kind of cool. That's right. We should also have plenty of cobblestone now. Let's grab all the cobblestone in here. All the cobblestone in here. Let's see if there's a bit of cobblestone in here. Nice. Did I make it here? No. Good. And we do have enough room in our inventory to fit those in. Like I want to make this huge mouth over the end island at some point, and it needs to be so big that it's outside of render distance. Which I think could be really cool. All right, so let's put these down. Grab a bit of wood, grab a stack of this, and hold on. Let's check out that. Pistons. More pistons. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So that should be enough. Nice. uh, I brought more than I actually needed. Well, I suppose that's not bad. Now we just need a bit of oh shit, we need a bit of slime. You feel your brain cells slowly decaying? Damn. That's rough, man. Why? Okay, so now we have a bunch of sticky pistons. We need more though. Whoop. And whoop. I think that does it for the amount of sticky pistons we need. It does indeed. Let's pop the slime balls in here. That in there. Grab all of this in here. That in there. An empty shulker, and we'll put the free shulkers with some of this in here. Okay, so now we need to double check that we have for the redstone blocks that we actually require for this build. Okay, so how much do I need? I need 3 stacks more of redstone blocks. Alright, let's go get 3 stacks of redstone blocks, I suppose. Yeah. Well, we did use about 3 stacks of what I had planned to be redstone blocks, because I had less observers than I thought I did. Join the silly or be atomized into hopeless ashes by the unceasing cruelty of the world. Damn. That's a message for sure. Oh, wait a second. Yes, there we go. Oh, so sorry, I realized I didn't ask how you were, gaming guy. How are you, man? Let's get up to the top. Alright. Well, I mean, there's not a lot of content in all of these redstone, just gathering redstone from this, but I suppose we'll just have to make our own fun then. Have you guys... Uh, how are you, gaming guy? I'm pretty sure I responded to you, but I'm not sure I asked you how you were, so are you good? Yeah, I know. Yeah, pretty much. You good? What sort of candy did you get in Germany? Well, at least they're dying in sort of a comical way by getting hit by snowballs, I suppose, but... No, gaming guy. He went to Germany not long ago. To grab some candy, because it's a lot cheaper in Germany than it is in Denmark. Gaming guy, the community of gaming on Twitch, right? You can see his messages there on the board. He recently went to Germany, if I remember correctly, like I'm gonna say 5 days ago. You got a lot of soda, some candy, and some chips. Nice. It's a lot cheaper to like a lot of Danes usually go once a year. Like they just drive right past the border to Germany, and like old people buy tobacco and wine. Slightly younger or medium age, so it's from like 25 to like 50. Buy a bunch of beer and maybe some other cool stuff. And usually from 25 and below, buy light beverages, like also beer. Yeah, it's really worth it. It's like in Germany, you can get a beer, like let's say just a can of beer for about €1 when you drive over the border. In Denmark, that would be, I don't know, what does a beer in Denmark cost? Alright, so here, according to the AI, right? In general, beer is more expensive in Denmark than it is in Germany. Germany is known for its relatively low prices due to low taxes and efficient production. While prices in both countries can vary by location and type of establishment, a half a liter of beer in Germany restaurant. I'm looking for like a can of beer. In general, beer more expensive in Denmark than Germany. A can of beer in Germany is often around €3.84, while in Denmark it ranges from €9 to around €12. So, like going to Germany to, for example, pick up beer, will get like then you buy bulk, right? Then you like get a trailer and you go way further and just buy a bunch of it. Or candy in gaming guy's case, you can go over the border and then you grab 10 kilos of candy. Still on the silly concept there, Kiwi? It is indeed pretty expensive. Which is why a lot of Danes do that. It's actually kind of funny because people from Sweden and Norway, they go to Denmark to buy cigarettes and beer and candy. Right? And we go to Germany to buy cigarettes, candy, and beer. And the Germans, they go to the Netherlands to buy cigarettes, beer, and candy and wine. Which I find is kind of funny. I don't know where the people from the Netherlands go. Oh yeah, for sure. We pay way more tax. Because, like, usually, when I lived at home, we would go with my grandparents because they had like a very, very big car, like a station wagon, bordering on a on like a full-on van. And we could buy so much soda. And I don't know, it's actually pretty good memories, except the trip was sort of long. No, I mean, it was what, 6 hours getting there and then 6 hours back, and then you do like that once a year. My grandparents would always buy like 150 to 200 liters of wine. As long as you can prove it's for personal consumption, it's okay. Though they have gotten more strict with it as of in the last few years. Like, I think they've gotten a lot more strict with it over the last 10, 15 years. Shall we check how much redstone we have there? Oh yeah, do you guys remember how... It was 3 stacks I needed, wasn't it? 3 stacks of redstone blocks. Oh, that's more like it. I was afraid that I had gotten next to none. Hey, Akius, welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Alright, that was 2 of the 3 stacks. That's pretty good. That does look like the... Is it... Lindy, is that you? But regardlessly, welcome, man. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We are currently getting a little bit of redstone. I just need 3 stacks in total. 3 stacks of blocks in total. So, it's not too long we have to AFK for this. This is a free cam mod, so I'm still up there. If any, I'm still vulnerable. It's not spectator. I can just go down here and actually watch this instead of looking at the cat. Though the cat is pretty cute, I will admit. I captured the witch's cat in order to save it and take it away from all the pain and suffering that goes on down here. Which could be pretty terrible. At least they die sort of humanely, don't they? Like the witches, I think. What are you on about? Getting a snowball or two chucked at you is alright. And then they're just like getting decapitated up here by minecarts. That's pretty humanely. Like comparatively to my slime farm or my iron golem farm. Come on, it's way better getting decapitated than burning to a crisp in a campfire or burning to death in lava. Like that is way more humane. Like all they are getting is like a snowball to the face, and then they're sort of, well, I suppose they're getting waterboarded for a little bit, which isn't very humane, but I think this is one of the more humane ways I have of killing mobs. If we think about my raid farm, I cut off their feet. Well, comparatively, then I'll add that to it. It's I think this is the most human. It might not be humane, but it's definitely the most humane I have won. No, there is freedom. They could just like not get hit by snowballs. Oh, hold on. I think I actually. Wait. Least? What are you on about? I give my villagers good lives. My villagers are absolutely living the life. Uh, oh yeah, the creepers are. Well, the monsters should be afraid, but that's fair because they're monsters, right? They're here to bring death and destruction. Yeah, exactly. It's not underground, and it's not like, and I don't even like do effective trading, right? So I don't have them become infected by zombies, right? Um, I just have them sort of enjoy life for a bit. Or rather, they stand in their box, but there's only a very, very few select ones that are, um, well, there are the free four villagers that are sort of trapped inside of the uh, cave base. But at least I haven't like made a zombie pretty much kill them over and over until their trades are cost only 1 emerald, and I don't exploit them the same way that most other hard. I think I'm pretty humane. I gave them a paradise to live in where they won't have to fear the hordes of the undead. I think that's pretty damn humane if you ask me. And I don't trap them, evident by like the 10 villagers that are currently trying to traverse the ocean by swimming across it. Like, they're always free to leave, my villagers. Well, the only thing about that is I have to pause the. But sure, I've killed one axolotl, 12 bats, 5 bees, 100 and pretty much 80 blazes, 42 breezes, only 4 cave spiders. That's actually a surprise to me. You want me to combine them into one number? Alright, we'll do this once. Alright, so 1 plus 12 plus 5 plus 179 plus 42 plus... Did I just... Pardon? I just made a mistake here. 107, 90 plus 42... Ooh. plus 4 plus 13 plus 180 plus 17 plus 895. I've killed a dolphin? Really? Huh. Plus 27. Alright, I forgot to drown. 325. 16 ender dragons. 23,516 endermen. But they are demons from another world, right? Plus 9. 4,707 evokers. To be fair, they are evil wizards. 6 frogs. I have no excuse for that one. 100 ghasts. 2 glow squids. 37,567 guardians. Also, they are monsters, right? 42 hawklins, 10 horses. 67 husks, 16 iron golems. The iron golems came at me first. I will make that clear first. Some magma cubes. 1919. Phantoms, that's kind of funny. 250, 59 piglins. 26 brutes. 51,868 pillagers. But to be fair, again, they are warriors trying to kill my kingdom, right? 1 polar bear. Polar bear is also okay to kill. 1 pufferfish. 33 salmon. 12 sheep. 186 silverfish. 2,029 skeletons, 7 skeleton horses, 1,020 slimes, 243 snow golems, 399, 929, 137, 8, 30, 15, 47. Something I've killed 4 of. I don't know what it is though. I've never been killed by it, so that's something. 7,909. 51 withers. 4,906 zombies. 91,098. Alright, and that is... I've only killed 250,000. I've only killed 250,000 things. I've killed exactly, let me tell you, 230,936 things I've killed. Well, that doesn't account for the witches that are dying here, nor the iron golems that have died, nor the creepers that are dying through the campfires, nor the silverfish that are getting converted into, that are dropping down and getting hitting the ground too hard, turning into slimes, and then the slimes die over and over in the flames. But, to be fair, they all had it coming. Those 4 wandering traders, are you sure about that? I've wondered what they were. I think you're right. Have I only killed 4 of those? Huh. Well, that comes as a surprise. Well, I should have a stack down here now. Yeah, what he said. They were totally justified. I actually don't kill anything unless it's justified. That's, the God honest truth. Alright, so we have acquired the necessary amount of redstone now. So to be fair, I I think I'm a pretty humane a pretty humane guy. Although now that I think about it, I might be worse than Hitler. I might be responsible for more deaths. Like in total. Wait, let's do a little interesting one here. How much iron? Wait, hold on. So 156,020 divided into, let's say, 4. We can probably add about 30,000 iron golems to that. That still seems like not quite enough, to be honest. Alright, let's, I don't need to gather up the yellow concrete. Which is at least something. Let's just put the rockets over here, or rather, what's about to become rockets there. Now, let's see if we have any light gray terracotta. That might sort of be an issue. Is this terracotta or no? Concrete. Oh, cyan terracotta? Concrete. Darn, so close. So close. Orange, yellow, brown, 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 terracotta, black, brown, orange. Done. Damn. Do I really not have any? Alright, let's head to the, I'm pretty sure I remember where. So if I go through here, we're gonna end up pretty close to our mesa, right? And I just need to acquire about 8 stacks of light gray glazed terracotta. Try saying that 10 times fast. What color is this? This is white, right? But what about this? That looks about right. Perfect. Well, let's actually just grab a bunch. If we're insta-breaking it anyway, then we might as well grab all 3 layers. This is outside the beacon's reach, eh? Well, to be fair, like to me, right? There's more than 10,000 hours in this world. 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks. How much do I need? 8 stacks, okay. Let's just make sure that all of this is gathered up. To be fair, I also think I have more efficient, like, I have more than 1,000 hours in my world, right? That's actually a good question. I think I have more than... I should actually double check that before I make the claim, shouldn't I? We have 38 days. So we just say 38 times 24. I actually only have 912. Huh. No, 38. 38 real life days. So we only have, well, we don't quite have that many hours then, but we're pretty darn close. And I have the amount of stuff required. Go to my, well, I can go to the advancements tab, you mean? Which do you want to see? I know there's a lot of stuff we haven't done. Have we really not levitated that far? That's wild. Can you see how long you've been playing Minecraft for in somewhere? If so, that's pretty cool. Bedrock. Right, so we need to burn all of this into glazed terracotta. Seems like we're gonna need another shulker for this. Now I just need to burn all of that into the proper format. Ow. Huh, wow. I'm pretty sure we have the white concrete required. We definitely have the, oh, let's just go a little bit away from that, so I don't have to listen to the... I'm pretty sure we have the honey, we have the white concrete, we can make the animals easy. The light, or rather the bars, we can make that tube coral fan. Not sure we have 45 of that one exactly, so if not, we'll go get it. Detector rails, check, and brickstone, check. TNT, that's not a check, but we can make it. So we are pretty good. Pardon. Pardon. Excuse you. It's well, hold on. It's just because I got more efficient ways of killing. I think you spent a lot more time killing things than I have. I just kill them really quickly. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Right? Hey, Zozo, welcome back. That... I think that's a fair assertion to make. That I just murder my enemies quicker than he does. Are they not lit anymore? Really? Actually gave me quite a scare. Thank you for the follow. And how are you doing, Meltdown? I guess we'll chuck some brown glazed terracotta through it, in order to sort of cleanse the system a little bit. Hey Mono, welcome. Alright, cleanse the system a bit for me. That should fire up underneath the, yeah, there we go. Why are there so many of them that aren't lighting up there? Oh. Alright, we're just gonna have to check all of these manually. I hate this. Are you unable to go underneath if there's a carpet? That's kind of toxic. Well, note to self, don't double layer the carpets around this. Correct. Correct. So I mistakenly threw in some cracked stone, it would seem, at some point, which is why it's been feeling sort of clunky. Okay, so that's all of those checked. Oh, that sounds rough, Meltdown. That sounds really rough, man. But I've just been there, so I mean I remember. The virus running around in Denmark right now is no joke. It's kind of rough. It's kind of rough. I never get sick, and I got really sick. So I have no idea how the mere mortal man survives the virus when I barely don't. I think it's probably fair to grab a bunch of carpets here, because I see that there was some bunch of sand that was keeping this over here clogged up, at least. So if I chuck that in there, it's in here. I can reach it, come on. I can't reach it, okay, fine. That one is doing just fine too. Just fine. Not just fine. Stop. Yeah, same. Like I was doing so well, like on not being sick for a long while, until I suddenly just weren't anymore. Do I really need to go get more? I think I do. Okay, let's go get some brown terracotta. No, some light gray terracotta. Yeah, it's yeah, but Meltdown, make sure you get the rest you need. You live in Aussie, right? So it's what, 8 p.m. at your place? No. You're 10 hours in front of us, aren't you? Or are you behind us? 11? Yeah, that makes more sense. Oh, so, oh right, you switched to summertime. Sure. Yeah, that makes the time difference 12. Okay, so I need to gather up more of this stuff here. So, chrome know what meltdown does. It's not always about you, Zozel. Make sure to drink lots of water and eat some good food. Wow, it's not up for discussion, young man. You will do as you're told. Drink water, eat healthy. Well, meltdown, that doesn't make it the right thing just because it's what you usually do. It just makes it... It just signals that you're continuously making dumb mistakes. Like you have to look at it that way. It's wait, is that red sand? Oh, that's all. Well, I suppose we can chuck an orange circuit in there. Yeah. It's you need to make sure to give your body everything it needs to combat the disease. Otherwise, you're just giving the disease what it wants, right? This I say this as a lazy person myself, right? I don't particularly like eating or drinking a lot when I feel bad either. But I make a point out of doing it so that when I do get sick, which is super rare, I can quickly bounce back, because being sick, it's really waste of life. Fun things always happen when you're sick. It's so annoying. It's like life is playing it out. There you are, sick, and you're not feeling particularly good. And then suddenly people just start having fun in their life, right? I don't know what that's about. It's so rude. Or is that just me? Like, whenever I get sick, well, look, if you go with the non-religious point that you just went with, right? What's the point with life? If you're, and I quote, what's the point in life if only you get sent to the endless abyss? That is death, right? That is the non-religious answer, and that is the worst question you can ask, because if you're getting sent to the endless abyss anyway, where you're going to be doing nothing for the rest of time, right? You only have an expected life expectancy of around 70 years to do something. For the rest of eternity, you're going to be in a black void, right? Therefore, right, you have the rest of eternity to do absolutely nothing. For the next 70 years, make something of your life. Because it's the only time, because you're going to be sick of being bored afterwards, right? So, the only time to do stuff is now, right? The time is nigh, and you have to do something about your life while you're in it. So that is why you should do something with your life. You might get sent to the void, but assuming that there are either some sentience or that you're just going to cease existing, you want it to at least have been a fun run while you have those around 70 years. Trust me, life goes quickly. In a few years you'll be 70. Take it from someone who's multiple thousands years old, right? Who's been around since the crack of time. Time passes fast, right? The older you get, the faster time passes, and oof. It's difficult keeping up sometimes. Oh well, we have the necessary amount of glazed terracotta. Getting sick is just a dream, change your mind. Well... Do you assume that your entire life is just a dream? Or do you have a... I have to challenge the entire worldview if I have to argue against that, I suppose. Because if your entire worldview is that you're just living a dream, then I can't argue against it. But if you're trying to argue that there should be that when you're awake, then well, do I not have any straight white left? I don't. Huh. That means we have to convert it. Well, it depends on your worldview. Let's get the not this up, but this up. Boop. 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 Move that in there. Do this. Grab that. Yeah, it would be kind of fun with a parkour mode, wouldn't it? Well, if it helps anything, right? The older you get, the more comfortable, at least in my case, you get with death. Not that you want to, but you just get more comfortable with it. I wonder if that's enough. White concrete acquired. Yes, nice. Let's just grab some more detector rails while we're here. Detector rails, check. Nah, double jumps I think is a little bit too much. Because it would be too difficult to take that out of the regular Minecraft experience. Like if we get double jump, then we'll have double jump, right? It's not gonna be something that's gonna be exclusive to the um, parkour area. I had a... Oh well, seems like we didn't have to make quite that many observers. Well, having a wee bit extra never hurt anyone. Though it is hurting my mentality for sure. Oh, damn. That kind of sucks. Alright, well. Anvils, and we're gonna make a bunch of them. Is 100... Nope, we need 7 more. Check. That is a lot of anvils for sure, man. I actually, I started playing a mod pack with some of my mates. It's currently in beta because we're testing it for the creator. And I must admit, I'm actually having quite a lot of fun with it. It's a very high technical thing, and I think I've spent like a lot of hours building my base. Let's just put it that way. But it looks pretty darn good at this point. Okay, so let's check what sort of, if we have any tube coral fans at our disposal. Tube, brain, bubble, horn, fire, horn, tube. Oh no, it's the blue one, really? I'm pretty sure I don't have 45 of the blue one. Oh no. Well, we'll have to go grab a bunch of the blue one then. Pardon? Yeah, Meltdown, what's up? You want to PvP me one day? Well, I'm sure you're gonna win. I've said this before, but I'm pretty darn terrible at PvP. Wait, where am I going? Alright, Coral Reef. So, let's start by taking apart this area here. Come on, that. We're gonna be grabbing all the coral, because, like, I don't know why, but redstone creators have a tendency to use the tube one, or the blue one. But, we're just gonna be grabbing all of it, really. Because in case somebody at some point wants to use the yellow one, or the pink one, we're gonna be in a good spot. We're drowning. Well, look, when we get the server back up and running, all of you all can PvP me. I will give you each one go, right? We'll have the same armor, we'll have the same everything. We'll do it in leather armor with stone swords. Because the worse our armor is, the higher the skill level is going to be. And then we can see which one of you are, or how many of you, rather, are better than I am at PvP. How about that? We can also do iron, just, iron, a stack of bread, a stack of arrows, and a bow. No, let's do a crossbow instead, just because, I don't know, I never use a crossbow. We'll also just grab these full blocks here. Before we drown. Oopsie. Nice. That where parkour is required to get in. That is a pretty fun idea, but if we were to do that on my server, I probably wouldn't even be able to enter my own server, so that would be sort of counterintuitive, you know? At least it would feel kind of weird. So why doesn't Joe play on this server? Ah, well, he failed the requirement to get in. I'm not sure I would ever be able to really live that down, would I? It's not that I mind the idea of having a core course to require access to a server. It's just that I have a feeling I wouldn't pass it myself unless we make it super easy. And if we make it super easy, why have it? I guess it's sort of that approach to it I have. Right. Oh, I hate getting coral. I feel like if you silk touch a coral block, the coral that are attached to it should get silk touched too. So you don't have to like run around and clear it out like I am currently. Oh no, and that was even a blue one. Oh, life is rough. The only thing about playing on a modded server with my mates, right, is that on that server there are reach enhancements, which means I'm getting used to having like 20 reach and not just 3. Which is why you're seeing me hit air quite a bit right now. Because I'm sort of expecting that I can hit it, and then I realize, oh wait, this isn't modded. Which is both good and bad, right? I do think I enjoy this more though, but there are some pretty convenient things in modded Minecraft, that's for sure. Or is it? Oh yeah, it is. You want me to stop yapping? Pardon? It's my stream. I'm allowed. If anyone's allowed to yap, it is I. It's actually sort of the whole point with me streaming. I can yap as much as I want. Ah, I suppose you have a point there. No, there was a blue one there. Damn. Alright, let's grab all of it. I just want a bunch of blue coral. Is that too much to ask for? I wish there was some way to dupe this, because honestly I would. Because I actually hate destroying coral reefs. It's one of the most beautiful things in Minecraft, and they're just there to be destroyed, pretty much, which I really dislike. I kind of wish they would like add, and like I'm gonna regret saying this if they actually do add it at some point, but like biomes that are indestructible, or rather the blocks are you can't get the blocks, but that are just super beautiful. Because that way, like, or incredibly difficult to obtain anyway. Because that way there would be like areas that you don't destroy just because it looks good and you want some of it near your base too. Then you'd have to build around it in your own world. I think that would be kind of cool, having forcing people to do that. I'm gonna regret it ever saying that if they ever do it though, because it means I won't be getting a beautiful block I can add to my world. But I suppose that's the point of it. We actually have just enough blue tube coral now. But I plan on taking out this one here too. Like this cluster of coral reef. Before we drown. How do you get rid of electricity? What do you mean? Depends on what you mean by... You shouldn't be touching the piece of metal when you make it touch the other piece of metal. Yeah, it's a solid device. Like, in order for electricity to work, or to secure most electricity, how the fuse boxes work essentially is by having a way to ground all the electricity running through your house, which is done through metal and then into the ground, so it can disperse. Alright. That should... I'm gonna head on home now. Alright, so we have acquired the dead tube coral fan now. You're a ghost, eh? You guys are silly. Good silly, but silly for sure. Alright, let's spread this out and watch it die. And this might just be where we call it a day. I think this is a good natural end, having gathered up all the materials for the world eater. Now I still need the TNT, but we'll get that for sure. Don't worry. I'll oh yeah, for sure, Herobrine, for sure. But we like you anyway, or like you guys anyway. I like you guys anyway. I swear I wanted to go with that. I don't want that in there. Oops. Nice. Okay, so now for the TNT. Do we have some of that lying around? How much do I have left? 33. Okay. So I need to make 12 more. Yes, exactly. Next, I'm going to be making the world eater. That's only 10. I need 2 more. Sand, hello. Good. Well, let's just bring a little bit more along with us. Guys, knowing me, I'm 100% going to waste some of it. I am, indeed. We will be making the Kraken afterwards. Alright, let's these are likely also required for the build. I might actually need more minecarts than that, but we'll deal with that once we get there. Nice. Now let's sort this stuff out. So, glazed terracotta, check. Let's get rid of all the pumpkins. Check. Now we have a bit of observer, check. A bit of this, check. Minecarts, check, check. Rails next to it, check. Obsidian, check. Walls of the cobblestone variant, check, check, check. Meaning we can now, oh wait, let's also just sort this. Take these apart. Well, who knows, maybe. There's a chance that I might. There's a chance that I might, I'm not gonna lie. But we're praying that I won't, right? We're assuming that I somewhat know what I'm doing. We're assuming that I have a slight clue, though that might be a mistake. Alright, so we finished up gathering up all of the materials except for the yellow concrete. We don't need the yellow concrete, which is absolutely brilliant. So we have everything that we need. Oh yeah, for sure. Look, if I kill my world with this, I will be so upset. If my world eater eats my files, I'll be pretty upset. I'll be an upsetty spaghetti. But I think we're good. I think we are good. That being said, however, I think, yeah, I will make a backup before we start it. I will make a backup before we start it. But with that being said, I think that is it for today. I'm still a little bit sick and I drew a little bit longer than I should have yesterday, so I am feeling that today. So we'll cut it a little bit short. I was aiming for 2 hours, but 1 hour and 53 minutes is alright with me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. I sure did. And I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, cheerio and Joe out.